Charles in Akron, Ohio writes to me, "Hi, Paul. Hey, Charles. I've read for years how important it is to pair an amplifier and speaker. What if, for budget reasons, I needed to buy components over a few years? What is a good order to buy them in? Specifically, the amplification and speakers? I also think about how many years to too many to space out purchases because of technology advances. FYI, I'm stuck and haven't upgraded for years, but I want to." Okay. So I have always been an advocate of speakers first. Get the best speakers that you can afford. And I say that because everything else builds off of those speakers. Now, I know people are, well, I already have a great amplifier, so would my next purchase be a speaker, or I have an okay speaker, and shouldn't I match the amplifier up to it? We can go round and round and round all day long, but at the end of the day, if you're starting fresh, always start with your loudspeakers first. And I don't care what you hook up to it. That's going to be the key element to it. And for you who have already got a system and you're wondering what to upgrade first, speakers. Now, I know that causes great heartburn and sometimes even gas. I couldn't resist, sorry. I sound like a Tums commercial. I know that causes a lot of heartburn because guess what? Your speakers are probably going to be the most expensive single component in your system. And here at PS Audio, we're working on trying to get our speakers lower cost models down there so we can solve part of that. But I get it. That's a big commitment. It's a piece of furniture. You got to get buy off by your spouse. It's hard. And it's a lot easier to sneak an amp in or whatever because nobody notices, right? So that's my core advice. Next, if we're just going to focus on electronics, then I pretty much would have to tell you that, God, that's a tough one. Because sources are so important, power amps are so important, your preamp is so important, and it's really hard to know what you have and what you can tolerate. I mean, if it were me, I'd have to factor in the fun part of it too, okay? It's a lot more fun to get a new source, to get a new DAC, to get a new transport, because I'm interacting with that all the time, or a new preamp. Those items I turn with. In reality, the power amp is so important, and so few people pay any attention to it. And it's not fun. You plug it in, you hook it up, it does its thing, it sits there like a lump, but its importance is so critical. So I really struggle with this question because we're trying to have fun. We want to have some excitement in our lives. And we can't just be purely academic in the things that we do. I mean, I just don't think it works for people. So from a fun aspect, sources, modifiers like DACs and transports and turntables, that's the things we interact with. Start with that because that's the most exciting. And then next, if you really want to focus on high quality, go for the amp. Or keep having fun, go for the preamp. It's really tough. And I know I'm vacillating around on this stuff because it is tough. And I'm trying to offer my opinion of how I would respond to solving one of your problems. And, I'm not you. So that's the best I got. But if you're starting fresh, loudspeakers. Get a good pair, a pair that you can live with for the next decade. And that's not easy to do, but it's the thing to do. Okay? Good luck out there. Thanks.